Hello there! While hunting for new Star Wars action figures a couple of weeks ago, I happened to find something new in a Target store. Have you seen the Fandrop Star Wars dioramas? I discovered these Fandrop dioramas on an end cap in a Target store in the toy department. I'd never seen these before, so I was kind of caught my interest. There's no doubt about that. And I was happy to see that they had all four of the dioramas there on the end cap. So I must have been one of the early people to actually sit down and look at these. The price was less than a Black Series figure, but more than a vintage collection figure. So I thought it was reasonable. So I picked up all four. Now, let's take a look at these and see if it was worth it and see what you think about them. And of course, if you like this episode, please give it a like down below, give it a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, let's take a look at the first one here. Well, maybe before we take a look at it, here's what it says on the Moose website. Moose is the company that makes these. Fandrop combines dynamic styled sculpts to capture iconic Star Wars moments, collectible artifacts, and scene markers to create elite displays that will enhance any Star Wars fan's collection. So this is SW01, in other words, the first one of the four. And as we can see, this contains Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader from the end of Revenge of the Sith. This one represents the battle between Obi-Wan Kenobi and the newly named Sith Lord Darth Vader on the lava planet of Mustafar. And as we look at this, I like the facial expressions we see here. They captured a lot of the essence of the scene in those expressions. We have Anakin jumping up from the droid, trying to get above Obi-Wan Kenobi, who actually is on higher ground, of course. And Obi-Wan is just waiting for him to show up. Kind of a cute little scene, the way they did it here. And as you can see in the box there is a little mini poster up on the top and an artifact box on the bottom. The little mini poster, of course, is the poster from Revenge of the Sith. And the artifact could contain one of three different things. And when we look at the side, we can see what those are. There is an 80% chance of it just containing a regular Darth Vader helmet. There's a 15% chance of a holographic Darth Vader helmet, and a 5% chance of a bit more detailed Darth Vader helmet. On the back, we can see the scene that this was taken from, and a look at the other three that are available in the series. So there we have it. SW1 Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader. Number 2 happens to be Ahsoka Tano versus Maul. Not Darth Maul, but Maul, because this is from the Clone Wars. The duel between Ahsoka and Maul took place in the halls of Mandalore throne room. As they battle, Maul tries to convince Ahsoka to join him as he knew her fallen master, Anakin Skywalker. Here again, we can see both of them using the Force to jump and gain an advantage over each other. Ahsoka's got her two lightsabers. Maul has his double-edged lightsaber. The facial expressions convey the emotions of the moment. They are cute-looking figures, no doubt about that. When we look at the little mini poster, we can see that it does highlight the Clone Wars. And the artifact in this case happens to be Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber. 80% just your basic lightsaber, 15% chance of a holographic lightsaber, and a 5% chance of a more detailed version of the lightsaber. Do I plan to collect enough of these to get all the different artifacts? No. I basically wanted these for the scenes. That's it. So it's going to be one apiece for each of these. Number 3 happens to be from The Mandalorian. And it features the Mandalorian and Grogu versus the Mudhorn beast. Din Djarin encountered the Mudhorn beast while attempting to retrieve an egg from the Mudhorn's cave. it was ultimately killed with the help of the Force-sensitive child, Grogu. Looking at this, little disappointing. We have the Mandalorian, we have Grogu, a bit out of proportion to the Mandalorian, and the Mudhorn is just a cartoon back. On the base of the figure, we can see the Mandalorian's rifle laying there, and his broken knife in his hand. The scene marker, of course, is the poster from The Mandalorian, or at least one of the posters. And the artifact inside is one of the pieces of shoulder armor, the Mudhorn Signet. 80% just basic, 15% hologram again, and 5% with more detailed, and it looks like a little more silver coloring to it, a little brighter. A nice little addition, but it would have been much nicer if it would have had the Mudhorn with it. Of course, that probably would have brought up the price because the Mudhorn was a pretty big creature. The Mudhorn would almost have to be by himself in the box. The last one, number 4, happens to be Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader from The Empire Strikes Back. Darth Vader's plan is to capture Luke and turn him to the dark side. In an intense lightsaber duel, Vader reveals the shocking truth. He is Luke's father. This revolution shakes Luke, who is severely wounded and narrowly escapes with the help of his friends. Here again, the facial expression on Luke, I think, is pretty great. It almost looks like Luke is mad there instead of confused or surprised. But it is a cute little scene there with Darth Vader reaching his hand forward to accept Luke if he chooses to go to the dark side. Of course, the scene marker is the poster from The Empire Strikes Back, or one of the various posters. And the artifact available in this one is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. 80% chance of a basic one, 15% chance again of the hologram, and a 5% chance of a more detailed version of it. So here are the 4 dioramas of Fandrop's Star Wars series. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader, Ahsoka Tano and Maul, The Mandalorian and Grogu, and Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader. What do you think of these things? I thought they were kind of cute. Yes, the characters as portrayed in these dioramas, maybe a little bit on the cartoonish side, but for me, that's okay. They don't need to look exactly like the actors every time. There's enough similarities there that you understand very quickly who these characters are. One little surprise I did receive after I got home and checked things out, when I went to the Moose website just to see what they had to say about it and so forth, I noticed the suggested retail price was $19.99 US dollars, of course. But for some reason, Target had a price of $23.99 on them. Okay, I bought them at Target. I paid the more expensive price, not knowing that these might have been available somewhere else for $4 a piece cheaper. But, hey, it's done. It's over. So I spent an extra $16. That's the way it goes sometimes when you're in the collecting business. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of these. Have you seen these in any Target stores or any other store lately? And if you did you pick them up? I'm looking forward to the future here to see if maybe they come out with another 4 in the series. As you'll notice, 3 of them deal with lightsaber duels, where 1 Mandalorian versus creature duel. So it would be interesting to see if they come out with another 4 of them. We'll see. Well, that brings us to an end for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of them. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifications bell so that you're notified when new videos are posted. Until next time, may the Force be with you and keep your eyes open for those new collectibles.